Alrighty guys, new tournament, let's get to it. Hole number 1, Namhe Cliffs. I love this hole, one of my favorites. We're gonna go right over here. We're just gonna do 1.5 to the right, and I ended up figuring out that if I did 2.8 top, and then we're just gonna line up with our inner ring right by that rough line there, and you wanna push up to make sure your ball guide rolls right to where the fringe line is. All right, we're gonna make our adjustment at 20%. And I had to double check because I was like, wow, that's such a small adjustment with this wind. So pretty much the lowest wind you can get. I did 1 ring of OP, you saw how the circle drop. Go back and watch that again.
Perfect shot.
That's what they mean by circle drop, or 1 ring OP. Bounce up here, bounce off the fringe or rough line there, and come right up on the fringe. Perfect, this is right where we want to be. We don't want to hit it any harder or else you will be in disaster. Okay, so we landed right on the fringe, which is perfect. We want to just take our shot at 10%, and we're roughly from here about 60% or 65% slider if you know how to do EB school. We're going to use our rapier and chip this in. You can see I'm measuring right here, which turns out to be 65% slider, and we're going to play this 10% mid numbers at 65 slider. Make our adjustment, which is 1.3 rings, and that's what we do. Scoot it over and get our nice little drop. I will show you a putt that you cannot do on this hole. That's why we're playing this short.
Perfect shot.
Play it safe instead of trying to go for the hole in one. That's very difficult.
Eagle.
All right, so this gentleman went for the green and tried to go for the hole in one and rolled past the hole. He is now stuck past the hole and he cannot hit it up. This is the reason why we're playing this hole so safe. We could get it on and we could be around the pin, but it's such a hard, there's such a touch there needed that we just don't have the clubs to do that. And you see here, he hits it full power and he's kind of close, but you won't make that shot. Alrighty guys, so for hole number 2, we're gonna go to the right side. I usually play to the left, but we're gonna play this to the right because of the way the wind angle is. We're gonna go with a katana using power 2 numbers, of course. 4 top, 1 over to the left there. Line up with our inner green ring right on the rough line in that little pad there. Do not hit great left. If you tend to hit great left, move over a little more, no big deal. If you go into overpower, do not add that to your drive. Just hit normal. Make sure you hit perfect here. Come up nicely.
Perfect shot.
Don't forget, everyone, if you like these videos, please smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell so you know when I do play live, which I tend to play Master live a lot. Come up here at 335. Perfect. Alright, so with the katana, we're going to come up here and we're going to add our spin. We're going to play this shot 1 to 1. So we're going to pull 3.8 rings, which matches our wind. We're going to do, you see I'm trying to line up in a perfect spot. I'm doing 2.5 top, 1 to the left, and I'm moving my inner green ring over to the most it can do, and I'm off to the right-hand side of the cup. And the reason why we added the one left spin, and that is to help with the wind. I did do a 1201 pull, so 3.8 rings, and then I did end up hitting a minor great right here, which will not make a difference because we did the 1201 pull.
Great shot.
And bounce and right up, center pin, boom. There we go.
Eagle.
Move it on. Alright, so after trying the rough bump attempt going to the right, I gave up and I decided to go to the left here, right up the center actually. And I was just so frustrated because that rough bump is such a great shot, but it was super glitchy and the club wasn't working properly. So I decided to go to the center here, and I played it at 10%. And just, you know, watch out where you end up. There is a light pole there that I tend to hit light posts. My clan will tell you. And so play this at 10%. Just hit straight shot. Don't push this drive too much.
Perfect shot.
Come up here nicely, bouncing up. We end up with a drive around 373, which is where we want to be, which is good mid-range for the Goliath. Perfect. After we made that nice little drive, we're going to come up here with the Goliath. And this is kind of tricky, so we want to make sure we line this up perfectly. And if you notice, I do a double spin here. So I'm trying to line up. I see my ball guide. I line up, I add one backspin. And just to make sure I'm aiming right at the hole. So you see I check it there. I'm going to drop in the hole. And then I add more backspin because I know I'm not going to make that. So you're basically going to start with one back and then add an additional half a backspin. And then you're going to take your shot at mid numbers at 10%. And we're going to hope we can get this in the hole.
Perfect shot.
If you like the content here, please think of supporting the channel by becoming a member. There we go.
Ego